Alright, what's up everybody? Tarot King the Prophet back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. I'm going to do something different this time. I was inspired by Nia Jordan. Her name is Nia J on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check her out, look her up. She's doing pretty good, going viral and everything. But I was inspired by her to start up a new series. And this series is based on relationships. You know, she does, she was in a situation, whatever, and she talks about going through changes, you know what I mean, some pretty bad changes, in dealing with the relationship. And, it just made me look at myself, I thought a lot about it. I didn't want to do it at first because I didn't want to seem like I was biting and shit. But in all actuality, admittedly, I am. But I just want to do this from a male point of view, and not just any male's point of view. I consider myself a good dude. I consider myself a good man, and I have been in some very defining relationships. Relationships that are life changing. For myself, they, for lack of better ways to put it, they've basically almost destroyed my faith in having a relationship, being in a relationship. And I say almost because it's hard for me to accept the fact that I'm just going to be alone. You know what I mean? That I'm going to be alone forever by myself without somebody to love and somebody to care for me and understand me. And I'm just trying to keep it real. You know what I mean? I know a lot of brothers aren't really going to open up like this. And I just feel like it's time. I think this, for me, will be very therapeutic, because when it comes to this topic, when it comes to this situation, I don't really feel like I have anyone to talk to except for my camera. I'm in my semi truck right now, which don't make it no better, being a truck over the road, but I can't say that that's it, you know what I mean, because it's not where it started at. It's not even close to where it started at. It started when I first started getting in relationships. I've been able to hold on to a couple long-term relationships. I was married 10 years. I was with her for 10 years. I held down a relationship that lasted a couple years. I held down one that lasted a year. So it's not like I dip in and dip out. My relationships, they do last, but they come to the end. And I can't point a finger as to who's to blame. I can't say that the women are to blame in my situations. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be damned if I take all the blame. Usually in most cases it's both our fault. I may have done something in the beginning that she couldn't let go of, and even though and it was just irreconcilable, you know what I mean, I couldn't make up for it no matter what I did, no matter how much faith I put into it, how much and I mean faith with works. You know what I'm saying? It may be something that she was doing that just made me feel out of place. Me personally, I can't deal with a dominant female. You know what I mean? Dominant women, too strong or too independent for me. You know what I mean? I need a woman that needs me. You know what I mean? And I definitely need a woman that needs me to lead. I'm not trying to be a narcissist or try to be a chauvinist or anything like that. I'm definitely, in my opinion, I'm definitely far from any of those things. But I'm a Capricorn, and I don't necessarily need to lead. I just want at very minimum, for things to be equal, you know. And sometimes it's hard, especially when you're dealing with a woman who has never had a man to really step up in her life. You know what I mean? So she's handled it all. She's a single mother more than likely. You know, she's handled everything. And men in her past, obviously they didn't last, because that's how I ended up in there. You know, they were just, chances are they were just doing too much, probably abusive, probably lazy or something like that, and just didn't really want to play in the role of what she wanted in a man, you know, and which it makes it hard for the next brother. You know, it makes it hard for the next brother to step in and want to do this and want to do that, and she just, and you know, and sometimes it's harder for me to take that role too on my end, you know, because, well, I'm wrong on my end sometimes, because I feel like people ought to earn it. I'm not a trick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to jump in and just be like, ooh, girl, I'll pay your bills and all that shit. No, you got to be in love, and you got to earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we can fall in love under many different pretenses. You know, many different themes to fall in love under, you know. And I don't, at this moment, right now, at this very second, I don't really know how to explain that. You know, I can fall in love with you, but you be so strong and independent and don't want to let me do anything for you. You know, it could be that you don't want to do anything. You don't want me to do anything for you, or I've fallen in love with you and you don't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, shit, man, I'm not finna step in and step up on that. And I could be wrong. I most definitely could be wrong. But it's hard to step up when you don't feel like somebody else is playing their role. You know, or when you know she's not even gonna accept the position of being second in her household. You know, because if I'm paying the bills and all that, and I'm an owner operator. I'm an owner operator truck driver. You know, I'm just now getting off the ground, but shit, I own my truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in straight in. I just got my authority, my DOT number, MC number, and all that shit. I'm straight going into business for myself. I plan on making six figures over and over again next year. You know what I'm saying? In 2022, it's December right now, 2021. Over and over again. I'm not talking about just making $100,000. I'm talking about definitely making more than $200,000. You know what I mean? It'd be dope. Like, for real. It'd be dope if I could bring in $500,000 this year coming up, you know? So I could take care of you. I could pay your bills. I could do this and I could do that easy. All day, every day. Like Cat Williams said, all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But why? You know what I mean? I'm not a trick. And plus, I'm still trying to build my life. You know? True. At my age, I'm going to hold that back for right now. At my age, I personally feel like I should have more, being who I am. And I can go on all day about how I let this situation hold me back, and I let that situation hold me back, you know, keep me from doing anything. I'm just now doing anything to get up on my feet and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's still my fault. You know what I mean? I should have, like, I got $1 million mind, like, seriously. You know what I mean? I should have that $200,000-$300,000 house. I should have that $60,000-$70,000 car, maybe even $100,000 car. You know, I should have all that shit, but I don't. I will, but I don't. You know, right now my credit ain't shit. You know, but shit, I'm working on it. And when I say working on it, hell, I brought it up over 100 points this year. Over 100 points, and it wasn't that easy. Trust me. Shit. Damn near 200 points. Like, my shit was fucked up, but I never had anybody to teach me about credit. You know what I mean? And I learned late in the game, and by the time I learned, I was like, man, fuck credit. My shit already messed up. You know? But now that I'm older, I'm just like, especially trying to build my business and all that. It's like, okay, all right, I give, I need that shit, so I started working on it this year. I started paying off old shit. I started really building my credit. You know what I mean? I'm just getting out the poor bracket. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I got, you know what I'm saying? I got or will have money to back up whatever it is that I need for now until that shit just explodes and becomes what I need it to be. Next year is definitely going to be a beautiful year for me. I'm one of the most driven, most determined people I know. We're back on the subject. I can take care of a woman, but I don't want to just be running around here taking care of women. At this point, I'm damn near on some shit like, okay, if I'm gonna be just doing that shit, I need to be into polygamy or some shit. Like, for real. And I don't mean to sound like no pig or no shit like that. It's just, I don't know, man. Things just ain't been working out monogamously. Things just have not been working out under those terms. So at my age, I just don't know where to turn, where to look, what to think sometimes. So it's funny too, because I really meant for this to be the intro. I didn't want to get off into, you know what I mean, my position in a relationship and all that. I really just wanted it to be like, hey, this is a new series. This is what I'm gonna be doing. Y'all tap in. Y'all check me out. But I kind of just drifted. I kind of drifted and went into it. So actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and pump my brakes right here. I'm gonna pump my brakes right here. And those that are watching and tuned in and watching this intro, I thank you for tapping in. As always, I definitely love all my fans. I think I'll be more consistent with this than I was with the tarot cards. Honestly, I let my life position, the energies behind that, and relationships stop me from doing my tarot readings. And so I think that along with this, with getting this out and getting it off my chest, collaborating with you guys as far as comments and opinions and everything goes, I feel like that will help me be more consistent, because I feel like I could talk about this shit all day, every day, from a man's point of view. I consider myself a good guy, like I said. I'm not an asshole. I'm an asshole, but I'm an asshole accordingly. I'm not an asshole in my relationship. It can get to the point once things start changing. It can get to the asshole point where it's just like, oh man, this shit dead. This shit done. Fuck it. But once again, I'm gonna pump my brakes for right now, man. So you guys be looking forward to this new series. Yes, I'm biting. Y'all look up Nia J, especially you ladies. These ladies that have been through abusive relationships and things like that. Definitely check her out. She has the titles Narcissistic Relationships, and it's pretty much, I think it's gone viral at this point. Ladies, definitely tap in and check it out. You know what I mean? She's the bomb with that. I damn sure want to cover that subject, because women can be narcissists too. Most definitely, women can have you in a narcissist relationship. So that's definitely a subject that I'm going to tap in on ASAP, for real. Anyway, I'm out for right now. Tarot King the Prophet. This is another Crown King Tarot presentation. I am going to push it under that. Love, peace, blessings, light, all that, y'all. Y'all holla at your boy.